That's not a natural act of you contest a shot and then all of a sudden your hand turns downwards and straight into the eye of the biggest star in the WNBA. All because they hate this little white girl, and now they hate Christine Brennan, who is an ally to the WNBA and all these female athletes and has been for nearly 40 years.
Not calling some of these fouls and not cracking down on some of these cheap shots and hard fouls that are so excessive, not only against Caitlin Clark, but against other players as well.
Imagine this. A player runs directly into an opponent who's just standing there. Easy foul call, right? Not this time. The refs threw everyone a curveball when they called the foul on the wrong player. But here's the kicker. Fans weren't outraged, they were cheering. There's a reason behind that reaction, and it's tied to years of tension and reputation. What really happened here? The answer might completely flip how you see this play. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel.
They didn't call a flagrant foul, the play continued, but now a lot of people online are asking for the WNBA to review this play because as multiple angles have come out of this play, it seems like it might have been intentional.
Caitlin Clark was assaulted yesterday in her very first playoff game in the WNBA. We've seen the animus directed at Caitlin Clark all year. What could be more exhausting than the WNBA and this group of entitled, coddled, pampered? How dare someone ask Honey DJonai a question?
Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. Picture this. The Wings are in a tight game against the Valkyries when Tiffany Hayes turns up the intensity. She drives straight into DJonai Carrington, who's planted like a statue just outside the paint. It's the kind of moment you'd expect the refs to blow the whistle, hand the foul to Hayes, and move on. But then something wild happens. The refs call the foul on Carrington. The crowd freezes, the players freeze. Even the commentators don't know how to justify what they just saw. This wasn't just a judgment call. It felt like officiating was being done in an alternate reality. Carrington's reaction said it all. She held out her arms with that, "Are you serious?" look that every athlete knows too well. Fans at home weren't just confused.
DJonai Carrington poked Caitlin Clark in the eye. Caitlin fell to the ground. She was holding her face.
But damn it, in the first 2 minutes of this game, this DJonai Carrington stabbed Caitlin Clark with her fingernails right in the eye. Don't you understand that they are the modern day Jesus Christ of America? Black women, the Yas queens, hear them roar.
They were downright stunned. Social media lit up immediately with clips of the play, and even casual viewers who might not know every player's name could see the call was wrong. It wasn't just a questionable decision, it was blatant. The collision happened in plain sight, with Carrington standing her ground and barely moving, while Hayes barreled through her. And yet Carrington got slapped with the foul. Calls like this don't just shake up games, they shake trust in officiating. According to a study on refereeing consistency in basketball, bad calls don't just impact stats, they can change the entire momentum of a game. In this case, the Valkyries got 2 free throws and possession, which ended up becoming a 5-point swing. For the Wings, it wasn't just a setback, it was catastrophic in a game this close. Fans were left wondering if the refs were even watching the same game as the rest of us. But here's the twist. The outrage didn't go where you'd think. Fans weren't lining up to defend Carrington. In fact, some people weren't all that sympathetic. Why? Because according to them, this wasn't just about one bad call. It was a little more personal. And that's where things get really interesting. You'd think a call that bad would have everyone rushing to defend DJonai Carrington. Instead, the reaction was the complete opposite. Fans weren't mad for her, they were mad at her. And honestly, it's got a lot to do with how people already see Carrington as a player.
During the first 2 minutes of the first round playoff game of the Connecticut Sun versus the Indiana Fever,
DJonai has a history with Caitlin Clark, like many of these girls in the WNBA, but she's at the top of the list along with Kennedy Carter in Chicago and Angel Reese.
Protecting their one superstar who brought in more eyeballs than anyone else has ever done in the league. She should have a special whistle. Calls like this should be made, should be reviewed.
Let's just say she doesn't exactly have the cleanest rep out there. She's known as one of the league's most aggressive competitors, and while that's a quality fans usually admire, it's also earned her plenty of enemies on and off the court. One moment fans always bring up: the infamous eye poke on Caitlin Clark. That's right, you've probably seen the clip resurface a dozen times. Clark was cutting through the defense in a previous game, and Carrington's hand perhaps accidentally found its way right near Clark's eye. It looked dirty to a lot of people, even though no foul was ever called. Incidents like that stick with fans and players. They start to shape how someone is viewed, and before you know it, you're labeled as that player, the one who gets under everyone's skin. And it's not just perception. This stuff can influence officiating too. Studies have shown that referees, even subconsciously, may make decisions based on a player's prior behavior. If someone carries a reputation for being overly physical or sneaky, they're more likely to get the short end of the stick on borderline calls. It's human nature, right? And in Carrington's case, it's like she's already playing from behind before the whistle even blows. Now here's where fans take things to the next level. A lot of them didn't see this bad call as an unfair moment. They saw it as karma.
Ever be the biggest star in American sports was assaulted 2 minutes into the game on a dirty play with one of these women with these long fake fingernails that stabbed her in the eye.
People to be more excited in players other than Caitlin Clark. People want to see a fast-paced, high-scoring, long-range shooting game from these women.
The fact that the Michael Jordan of the WNBA was assaulted has a black eye during the second half of the game because DJonai Carrington stabbed her with her fingernails in the eye.
Superstars are going to get a special whistle, and they should get a special whistle.
Sports fans love the concept of justice playing out on the court. So when Carrington, someone viewed as an overly physical player, ends up getting fouled incorrectly, people almost celebrated the irony. It's like when a known flopper doesn't get the call. It's satisfying in a strange way. But this wasn't just about Carrington. It sparked a bigger discussion about fairness in basketball and how much reputation should matter. And that's where things get complicated. This wasn't just about a single bad call. It showed how much a player's reputation can shape the entire narrative. DJonai Carrington, even as the victim of a blatant officiating mistake, found herself unsupported by fans who viewed the moment as payback for her aggressive style. It's a reminder that public perception isn't just about what happens in the moment. It's built over years of plays, decisions, and controversies. For the WNBA, this raises bigger questions. How can the league address officiating issues while balancing the complexities of player reputations? Let us know your take in the comments below.